Oh, that is gross. I'm just reading this article in Driving Styles magazine about the most striking motorists in the entire country. The piece explains how these real license holders are on the bottom of the not hot list due to their own stinky driving style. Apparently, these 7 people, well, it says they're more terrifying than a runaway Hummer.
The article's Not Hot Drivers list features 7 people who all have real licenses. Like Jillian from the Goulds, Newfoundland.
Oh, I really don't want to do this right now.
Jillian cries every time she has to drive on an unfamiliar road.
Every time.
Next, there's Cameron, a radio newsreader from Calgary, who's about as unfocused as you can get behind the wheel. Polly from rural Ontario likes to take her granddaughter to Ottawa. But she's not good enough to drive in the big city.
We should have not come in here.
There's also the Hoffman brothers from Calgary, Alberta.
We suck at driving. It's hard, man.
Older brother Shmuel just doesn't get that cell phones are dangerous.
I can't hear what you're saying.
And younger brother Shalom just doesn't get it.
No, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Next is yet another weeper. Renee from Winnipeg
Oh, God.
cries every time she has to drive over 60 kilometers an hour.
Get me off now. I don't want you.
Last and possibly least on the not hot list is Jordan, who badly needs glasses, but is too vain to get any.
I think we're supposed to turn here.
The article goes on to say that while all 7 of the drivers are incredibly atrocious behind the wheel, one of them is so bad, they're going to wind up getting a title. And the title... The title is Canada's worst driver. A man, alone in a parking lot, sees a space that's perfect for him. Once his front wheels are past the only post he could possibly hit, he thinks he's home free. Oh. Yeah. Not so much. Driving doesn't actually work like that. The next challenge for Canada's worst drivers will teach them that their rear wheels do not take the same route as their front wheels.
It's a challenge we call the trough. And to pass it, drivers have to go from here to here without their wheels popping off the course.
Now, I want to take turns wide, which means if I'm turning right,
I want to stay to my left for as long as possible before making the turn.
ooh, yes. Now my next turn is to the left.
Which means I have to stay to my right for as long as possible.
I want to go to a little bit more to my right so I don't lose it. I made it around that turn.
By staying wide, I make it around every turn.
Just like that.
The trough course took me less than a minute. How long will it take Jordan? He and every other driver will get 2 attempts at this. And on his first attempt, it becomes obvious to me and his mother, Lorraine, that he needs a lesson.
When you're driving your car, do your front wheels pull your rear wheels directly behind them? They just follow the same route everywhere they go, right?
Normally so.
Normally so, no, they don't. That's not right at all.
Okay.
Let's say you're turning past this disc.
You turn like here, your front wheels make the turn, no problem. Your rear wheels run right over it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bit of knowledge makes all the difference. I think they'll get it this time.
This time, Jordan takes the first turn wide.
Perfect.
And he takes the second turn wide.
See, I felt like I anticipated that one.
On the final turn, Jordan's too tight.
Okay.
And then he takes a dangerous risk. The good news is, Jordan did learn the tire alignment lesson.
The back tires don't follow the front tires. They're not followers. They're Beyoncés, individuals.
Cameron is up next.
Do you know where your wheels are?
Cameron's colleague, Christopher J., knows that he doesn't. But once Cameron witnesses our demonstration, he's able to grasp the concept
I got it.
and complete the course.
We did it!
Perhaps now, Cameron will drive more often.
I want to be driving every day, and this is just another step forward.
The Hoffman brothers are up next. And clearly Shmoo doesn't understand the route that rear tires take.
When you're driving your car, do your rear wheels follow your front wheels?
Yes.
No.
Once both Hoffmans see how rear wheels turn compared to front wheels,
If I crawl forward, watch where my rear wheels end up compared to where my front wheels were.
Made it sharper, like turn sharply.
Shmuel tries again,
Come on, baby. Daddy's got you.
and he grasps the wide turn concept.
Good teacher, Mr. Young Husband.
Sadly, though, he turns too wide. Shalom's first attempt is bad, and his second attempt is worse.
Maybe you're wondering why we're trying to teach people to know where their wheels are. The answer is because last year in Canada, 62 bicyclists died. And the most common way they die is when vehicles come around the corner or sideswipe them. And those drivers don't know where their wheels are, just like Shalom doesn't.
I'm off.
Driving safely requires complicated thinking.
It's a brain failure. It's not a driving problem at this. It's a brain failure.
Renee fails, then has the basic concept explained to her.
Why turn to the left?
And when she puts that explanation into practice, Renee's cousin Jackie gets to celebrate her first rehab center pass.
Big difference?
Huge difference now that you explained that to me.
Polly's son-in-law Jeff understands this challenge.
Do you understand that when you're taking a corner that your back tires don't follow the exact same track as your front?
No.
They cut the angle a little bit more.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that and you've been driving for 40 years?
No, I didn't. No.
Instead of taking the first turn wide, though, Polly takes it as tight as possible. And on her second attempt,
No, you're turning too far.
it's the same story. Whenever Polly gets in trouble, she tends to gun the gas.
When you hear something like a bounce on a curb, it doesn't mean gun the gas. That's how you get into your hit and run stuff.
Jillian is the final driver.
You know where your wheels are to anyway.
That's Mitchell, Jillian's patient fiance.
Nice. Shh.
Jillian is an unbelievably rare breed. Scared of everything, cries all the time, passes every challenge.
Usually, the nervous drivers we get here have no driving skill. Jillian, though, is passing every challenge.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, God.
I'm so proud of you. on that
Okay,
one.
shh, just let me have my moment, please.
When we come back, Chase. Canada's worst drivers learn to reverse around a corner. When reversing around corners, it's critical that drivers use their wing mirrors. To force Canada's worst drivers to use their wing mirrors, we're going to have them reverse around this massive figure-8 course. And the car they'll be doing that in is this 1976 Town and Country station wagon. For the convenience of the driver, we've thoughtfully installed a wide variety of extra wing mirrors. Oh, and they'll be driving each other. Come on in, everybody. The key to doing this challenge is using your wing mirrors, okay? This is your wing mirror. So watch. If I just stare in the mirror, I can see everything that I need to see. I'm staring at the right mirror because it's on the inside of the turn, and that is the only mirror I'll need. When I see my rear wheel reach the first turn, I turn without stopping. No need to go fast. Stopping and then steering would not allow me to understand the true effect of my steering.
Not too shabby.
And that is something I want the bad drivers to understand. So watch this. Come over here and stand in the middle of this circle. Watch this. If I look in this mirror right here, I can see like that garbage can come and go, and I can get it closer or further away as I turn. Oh, I'm getting too close. Oh, I turn away. Now I want to be closer. And so I can hug that inside and see everything. And if you steer a lot, that's fine, because you'll see what the steering is doing. Like, look at how much wheel I'm putting on. You can see what the car does in relation to the course, and you'll understand how much steering input you need. On the straightaway, I need almost no steering input. Check both mirrors. I'm back on the start line. Done. The figure-8 course took me 3 minutes. Wing mirrors. Polly doesn't know how to set wing mirrors.
I think that's good.
I don't see you.
Oh, you have to see me?
Do you see me?
No.
No. Push it out, Renee.
Can you see him?
Do you see this hand? The right hand?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see this?
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing everything you need to know.
Polly's mirrors are set, but she's not using them.
See me in your mirror?
Yeah?
You need to turn. You gotta turn the wheel, Polly, or you'll never turn.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
I crank this now, right?
Oh, good grief.
That's our head driving instructor, Tim Danter. He's watching every move the bad drivers make, alongside our therapist, Shamala Kiru, our high-speed driving instructor, Philippe Laterno, and our legal expert, Cam Woolley.
There's more room in this course than there is in a lot of condo parking lots.
Together, these experts help me decide who graduates each episode, and ultimately, who will be named Canada's worst driver. Keep moving, Polly. What we don't want you to do is stop, because then you'll never understand what the steering does.
Yeah, let somebody else do it, okay?
Absolutely not. Nope.
Oh.
Half an hour later, I'm still coaching Polly on every single meter she drives. This is where you want to be, Polly. Look at me. Polly wants me to guide her all the way to the end. Start steering. But I'm done. You got it.
But I don't know where the road is.
Without help, Polly is truly lost.
I don't know where it is. I can't see.
Cameron, allows to do the whole course without stopping. And that gets him 3/4 of the way around the figure eight faster than me.
You're gonna hit, stop.
No, I can't stop.
This may be ugly, but at least Cameron's learning.
3.
And when he gets back on track,
I'm seeing the garbage can come here. I just got to steer to avoid it.
Cameron makes it around the rest of the course perfectly.
Awesome, buddy. Awesome, man. Hey, best.
Cameron did okay, but he hit 3 things.
Musical chairs. Everybody get out and find a new seat.
Jordan says he never learned to reverse. And he says that when he got his license, the adjudicator didn't test him on reversing at all.
Look for the next one. You know you're not turning enough if you can't see it.
Well, I can't.
Jordan can't see it because he needs glasses.
Oh, dear.
When we come back, the rest of Canada's worst drivers run this reversing challenge.
Oh, don't kill my wife.
Canada's worst drivers are learning how to use their wing mirrors by reversing around this figure eight course. Shmuel drives the first half of the course slow and steady,
I'm hugging it. I'm hugging it. I'm hugging it.
never taking his eyes off the inside mirror.
Perfect, Shmuel. Perfect.
Thank you, Mr. Young Husband.
After 16 minutes, I want Shmuel to drive faster.
You're almost there.
Now, I want you to play games with me, Shmuel. I'm an ambulance. Go. That's when the pressure's on in traffic. When people are honking, ambulances are coming. Somebody's had a heart attack. You gotta go. Ambulance, ambulance, ambulance. Ambulance, buddy. Ambulance, go.
He steers like a madman. But Shmuel records a clean run.
Well done.
Yes! Thank you.
Jillian has cried during almost every challenge.
Will there be tears, Mitch?
No.
I know you're being positive, but will there be?
Yes.
Jillian has techniques to prevent herself from crying. But those techniques don't fix the cause of the problem.
I know, but I'm trying. I'm just gonna hit everything.
Jillian's favorite technique to prevent crying is getting angry.
That's your front end swing, and that's okay.
I'm gonna hit everything.
If you asked her to do this sort of thing at home, what would the result be?
Well, it wouldn't get done, and we wouldn't do it.
Does anybody, like, did her parents give her tough love? Everybody bail her out her whole life?
She hasn't been with her parents.
Is that right?
Yeah, she's been by herself for a long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
And is that part of her emotional distress?
I feel so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna hit everything. No. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. Oh.
Jillian's other technique to prevent crying is blaming Mitch.
Oh, why does he always do this to me? Okay.
Renee's lack of mirror skills are obvious. But unlike Jillian, Renee keeps trying without whining. And she finishes quickly because of it.
Yeah! Yes, baby, yeah!
Renee still has a long way to go.
I suck.
Shalom also sucks.
When was the last time in your real, actual life you backed around a corner?
This would be probably the first time.
Remember back in the old days
when they teach you how to drive and then you had to pass a test involving driving. Remember them?
Shalom's lack of skills is pretty evident.
If you at home are wondering, is this guy trying his hardest? The answer is yes. He's a real person, and he's trying his hardest.
I think he's Canada's worst driver.
Like,
Really?
well, I mean, that's the reason why I'm the way I am, because of people like that. It's scary.
You're trying your hardest.
I am trying. I'm always trying my hardest.
You okay?
Sakes.
You're using your wing mirrors, right, Shalom? This will show you everything you need.
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
Are you?
No, I know. It's, yeah.
Look at this mirror and tell me you're using it.
I'm not. I'm going
Yeah, you're not. That's the short answer. Yeah, you're not.
Okay.
Keep going.
Are you steering to get your front end away from there?
Turn, turn, turn.
Shalom should really never have received a driver's license.
Who passed him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we come back, Canada's worst drivers do our annual Swerve and Avoid Challenge.
It up.
Philippe Letourneau is about to teach Canada's worst drivers how to swerve around a suddenly appearing obstacle.
All of a sudden, whoa, swerve, stabilize, and then brake.
Stabilizing before braking is the critical part of this lesson.
Swerve, stabilize, 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 and then brake. Okay? You will be able to do it.
Most bad drivers will hit the brake hard while steering. Philippe shows why that's a bad idea.
And then, whoa, I panic. I turn, nothing's happening. What's wrong?
I just don't want to do this.
Jill, did anything go wrong?
No.
So why are you stressed?
Next episode, Shamala will have a therapy session with Jillian to find out what's making her so stressed.
I'm really looking forward to chatting with Jillian about how her emotions really get in the way of her driving.
When Canada's worst drivers do attempt this non-braking swerve and avoid maneuver, several common problems occur. First, they're letting go of the steering wheel.
I like go.
You didn't need it to go end over end. Just swerve,
Okay.
stabilize, then brake.
The second mistake is not steering enough.
You're going like this.
The third mistake drivers make is staring at the obstacle they're trying to avoid.
You look at the cone.
Cone, yeah, I did.
What did we touch?
We touched that cone.
Look where you want to go. Look where you want to go. Don't look at, whoa, I got to avoid this. I got to look. No. Let's do it again.
It takes some practice, but eventually, all of Canada's worst drivers do learn this potentially life-saving technique.
You want to do it again?
Yes.
But Jordan?
Turn hard, 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 punch hard.
Jordan is still having difficulties.
Is it because you're not wearing your glasses, or is it just...
Well, I don't have glasses.
Oh, you don't have glasses?
No.
Okay. But you should have glasses.
Probably. When I was younger, I had them very, very briefly. But you know, when you're a child, it's not the coolest thing to
No,
have
I know.
glasses, so that's why I just stopped wearing them.
When you're an adult, it's not cool to drive a car with blurry vision. So we're fixing that.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm here for an eye appointment with Dr. Sari.
Okay.
After a few simple tests,
FZGDE.
Dr. Sari prescribes Jordan some fairly strong glasses.
I can see a lot better now.
With the glasses, you go from 20/40 in the right eye and 20/50 in the left to better than 20/20 in both eyes.
Oh.
Okay, so definitely well worthwhile.
1 hour later.
Moment of truth.
Excellent.
My goodness.
What do you think?
Yeah, I could. Before I couldn't really see your stubble, and when you put them on when you were that close, I could actually see like the pores. And
Perfect.
Before Canada's Worst Drivers do our annual Swerve and Avoid Evasive Challenge, let's talk about some statistics. Did you know that drivers who are traveling 120 kilometers an hour and then get into a crash are 4 times more likely to die than people who are just going 100 kilometers an hour? Really? Think about that. You go 120, you're 4 times more likely to die than someone going 100. Now, let's watch Canada's Worst Drivers do our annual Swerve and Avoid Challenge, and let's hope they don't speed. Oh, ow, my neck, my neck. Ow. Oh, my neck. Oh, I should never have done that.
For the Evasive Challenge. Drivers will come down this straightaway at 75 kilometers an hour. At the very last second, a turtle will wander into either this gap or this gap. The driver must then swerve to the open side. And as with every high-speed challenge this season, the course will be run in our brand new Dodge Charger, which is looking kind of rough for a vehicle that has less than 300 kilometers on its odometer. Renee is crying before she's even begun.
What's going on?
I'm scared.
I know. Why, though?
Because I'm doing 75 in a sports car.
75?
But I'm not going in a straight line. I'm whipping around trying to avoid something.
Yep. What's scarier, leaving here without having done this challenge, or doing this challenge here in a safe place?
Doing it in a safe place.
I don't understand why I get so afraid.
All right, Renee, darling.
Turn the car on, roll your windows up, and we'll do this, okay?
Okay.
So much crying this year. And that's just me at night. On the courses, there's lots of crying, too.
You got this, Renee. You got it. Oh, my God.
Can she swerve and avoid at 75? Let's hope.
Oh, I don't want to.
Renee, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. You're good, you're good.
Renee did it.
I have weird news for you.
What?
You can drive. I know you don't think you can, but you can.
Shalom once had to make a sudden swerve while speeding in Banff.
I hit the brakes and then it created the car to spin out onto ongoing traffic, too.
You got this, brother. Oh, she moves, huh?
She moves to wherever the driver looks.
Whoa! Wow.
That looked like target fixation to me. Hey, Philippe?
That's the perfect example.
Let's watch that fiasco again. When the turtle popped out, Shalom stared at it, which drew him directly to it. Target fixation. If something appears suddenly in front of you, look for a solution. Don't fixate on the problem.
I saw the turtle too fast for me to react.
You reacted to the turtle. You saw it, and you turned directly into it.
Yeah, I panicked, you know?
Will Shmuel also panic? Shmuel checks his speed frequently, but continues to accelerate long after he stops checking his speed. And when the turtle pops out, it catches his eye and he steers towards it.
Whoa! Airborne. Boy.
You okay, Sean? Yeah, I'm okay.
That was dangerous. While accelerating down the laneway, Shmuel went over 100. And when the turtle popped out, he looked at it and steered towards it. Sensing disaster, he tried steering away, but was going too fast. To make matters worse, Shmuel tapped the brake, which sent the unstable car spinning out of control. Speeding. Target fixation. And braking while swerving. Shmuel could not have done this challenge any worse.
Dude, you were on two wheels there for a bit.
Was I?
What message do you think I want Shmuel to take away from this?
What's the one thing that I want you to take away from this?
To focus.
Don't speed! Don't speed! Don't speed.
Don't speed.
That's what I want you to take away from this. Don't speed.
Okay.
When we come back, the rest of Canada's worst drivers run our evasive swerve and avoid challenge.
Turn, let off the gas!
Canada's worst drivers have learned how to avoid a suddenly appearing obstacle, like a moose.
You actually started to accelerate. You gotta let go of the gas, because if you still accelerate it, you get closer to the moose faster.
Now, they're in our annual evasive challenge, trying to avoid a turtle. Cameron has crashed due to target fixation in his real life.
Man, I don't think I can do this.
I mean, it's okay.
I don't think I can do this.
Yeah, but Cam, even if you don't, that's what you're here to learn.
I hate those fridge magnets with kittens on them
To say you can do it. But
you can do this.
Make sure you watch your speed. Okay.
Cameron watches his speed and maintains a perfect 75 down the laneway.
Yeah!
Cameron looked where he wanted to go.
Yeah! Yeah! Good one! Yes! 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 Woo!
Jillian wants to quit this challenge, but I'm not letting her.
Have you ever, like, faced tough love before? You know what I mean by tough love. Has anybody in your life ever been like that with you?
Not really.
I show you some tough love most times.
Sometimes.
Who makes you drive it home?
You don't make me drive it home.
Okay.
That's the reason why I can't drive.
I think she's got the skills. She proves that because she passes these challenges, but it's her emotional state that really gets in the way.
If I could fix this, don't you think that I would fix it?
100%.
It would have already been fixed.
Well, let's show them that
No,
we're
but
gonna
then you
fix
sit
it.
there and you're like, yeah, and you just agree with whatever comes out of anybody's mouth.
Well, we're here for help,
Then
and
you
they're
sit
telling
there,
you right.
and when he says to you, do you... And
They're
you don't
telling you right
push
stuff.
me at home. If you push me at home, maybe I wouldn't be so bad.
This is why I don't push you at home.
Well, so why didn't you say that when he asked the question?
Well, go
Because
ahead.
guess what you said when he asked the question? That you push me, and you literally just said just then that you don't.
I push you at home.
So don't act like it's all my fault.
When you drive,
Yeah.
who pushes you to do stuff?
'Cause
Who
I
gets you
don't
to back
drive.
In, who
You don't-
gets you to back in the driveway?
You don't give it. When's the last time you had me back in the driveway?
The last time we had a big fight. Well, being all worked up is not going to get you through this.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you expect from me.
All right, well, give her.
Everybody just thinks I'm the victim. Like, yeah, because I want to sit here and cry for 4 hours. Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted to do today.
I understand. Let's get her done. We'll get out of this then.
Irritated.
If it weren't for Mitch's encouragement, Jillian would never drive. Hopefully, in her upcoming therapy session, Jillian will learn to appreciate Mitch's efforts.
That wasn't that hard.
No, because I know how to do it.
Jillian should really be thanking Mitch.
Don't.
I really need to talk to them about this.
She's got to deal with this.
Polly says that in her neighborhood, she sees deer on the road.
Like 6 times a day?
In training, Polly gave the car extra gas while doing the maneuver.
Okay.
Will she do the same thing now?
Turn off the gas! Jeez!
Are you kidding me? When Polly swerved, she didn't swerve back to stay on the road. And she didn't ever take her foot off the gas pedal until Jeffrey told her to.
Let off the gas! Jeez! If she can't get this right, there's no way she should ever have her grandchildren out with her.
Okay. The difference between the gas and the brake?
I panicked and I just... But I didn't mean to.
Polly needs to consider quitting driving.
It's one thing to be out of control for a car length, 2 car lengths, 3 car lengths, but when you travel 40 or 50 meters and then still are hammering on the gas, we got a bigger issue than a little bit of out of control.
At least there was no trees.
Jordan has his new glasses.
Yeah, they look good, right? I absolutely love them. Not only do they look good, but they serve a purpose. It's kind of like a smart, pretty person. Doesn't happen often.
Okay. Being able to see is a huge part of driving, but can Jordan swerve and avoid at 75k an hour? Let's see.
Seeing is critical, and so is not hitting the brakes while swerving.
Which way?
Merely having glasses doesn't make you look where you want to go.
I think I was looking more so at the boxes, like right at the corner.
That's exactly where you hit.
Yeah.
When we come back, Canada's worst drivers make their plea for graduation.
I do want to graduate this episode.
You do?
Yeah, I really do.
On this episode of Canada's Worst Driver, the nominees showed us whether or not they know where their wheels are.
It's not a driving problem at this, it's a brain failure.
They learned how to reverse using their wing mirrors.
Oh, I'm gonna hit everything. No!
And in the end, they tried to avoid a suddenly appearing obstacle.
Don't speed!
Now, it's time for our experts to decide which bad driver should graduate. And it won't be Polly, who froze on the gas pedal during our swerve and avoid challenge.
Yes, I did.
You weren't responding.
I was somewhere.
You were somewhere. Where?
Well, I, went somewhere. I don't know. I just ended up in a field.
Do you really not know?
I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I went to a safe place.
Paul, I just want to tell you about one recent news story. A 66-year-old woman was recently convicted of dangerous driving. She was backing up in a shopping mall. She mixed up the pedals, and her car went through the door of a big retail store, killed a little girl and a newborn.
A conviction for dangerous driving causing death can lead to a 14-year prison sentence.
If you panic on the wrong pedal, it's dangerous.
Driving without good vision can also be dangerous. And it's something Jordan will never do again now that he has glasses.
At the end of the day, when we went back to the hotel, I took them off, and then I really realized just how much they are helping because I saw the change.
What's going on with our licensing authorities? Yesterday, Shalom told me that he had never reversed around a corner before.
The requirements are minimized and diluted so much that it's not truly evaluating a driver's skill.
In the Scandinavian countries, for example, you have to successfully complete skid control school to get a full license. That's on your dime. Here, it would be political suicide to make something cost more or be harder.
Is there a flaw in our licensing system?
Yes, like I don't deserve a license. There is a flaw, like to have my license, and I have so few tools.
Shmuel doesn't have the tools he needs to be safe either.
Scary.
Do you deserve to graduate?
I would like to graduate. I really would.
Yeah, but do you deserve to?
No, I don't.
Does anyone here deserve to graduate?
I don't think so.
I don't think I'm ready to graduate yet.
I think I do. I think I do deserve to graduate.
The shortlist for graduation contains just Cameron.
Every single year since the beginning of the show, there's one episode where no one graduates. So my question is it wise to graduate? On this episode, only one person actually made the short list to graduate. And Shmuel, that person was Cameron. But we don't have to graduate anyone. So the question is, Cameron, do you deserve to graduate? Our experts said yes. Yeah, you're the newest graduate. Congratulations, buddy. You really do deserve it. Yeah, you did really well.
Before coming to rehab, Cameron's motoring mishaps had cost him so much money, he quit driving.
I've maybe caused $45,000 worth of damage to my vehicles.
But when the radio station that he works at announced that they were moving 10K away,
Let's make it news, Chris.
distracted driver Cameron had to get back behind the wheel.
Whoa, you just cut that dude off. Oh.
The day I met Cameron, he was already promising big changes.
I can promise you I will not text and drive again.
In rehab, Cameron got off to a terrible start. But when he got instructions from our experts,
If you turn your body completely and something goes wrong, you're not going to see it.
Cameron proved that he could absorb information, then apply it.
Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Yeah! Breaking news, Cam is no longer in the running for Canada's worst driver.
Well done.
Be safe.
See you, Cameron. Be safe out there, buddy. 6 licensed drivers remain. One of them is Canada's worst driver.
On the next episode of Canada's Worst Driver.
I just want it to be over.
It's okay.
The nominees who drive distracted learn why they shouldn't.
It hurts me to think you're so upset about it.
Everyone gets a parallel parking lesson.
You just told me what to do, and I can't remember how.
And in our annual Eye of the Needle challenge, one person in particular gets carried away.
was all in today's work, buddy.
You're a strong guy.
No. You're just tiny.
Take a tour of the factory floor to see how your favorite products come to life. Next, on How It's Made. Miners get off to a rocky start with gigantic goals and overwhelming obstacles. Tomorrow on the 2-hour season premiere of Gold Rush. It's quite the quandary. Jamie's crew seeks a solution to an immovable object. Tomorrow on an all-new Highway Through Hell.